Objectives of preparing the trial balance. Why we have to prepare trial balance? The trial balance is prepared to fulfill the following objectives. First one is to ascertain the arithmetical accuracy of the ledger accounts. Of all the ledger accounts, easily we can check arithmetical accuracy. And second one is, it helps to locating errors. Easily find out the errors, whether it is errors of commission or errors of omission or errors of principals or errors of partly commission or errors of partly omission. So whatever it is where we leave the mistake, easily we can locate the errors. These different types of errors we will study later. So first of all, you should understand what is the meaning of trial balance. So trial balance is a statement. It is useful to check the accuracy of the accounting system, not only for accuracy, and it is the base for preparing financial statements. At the same time, easily we can locate the errors where we leave the mistakes. First, objectives of trial balance is to ascertain the arithmetical accuracy of the ledger accounts, and second one is to help in locating errors. To help in locating errors where we leave the mistake, where errors are occurred, so it helps to locate the errors. And third one is to help the preparation of financial statement. It is the base to prepare trading account, profit and loss account, balance sheet. This you will study in second value. First objectives of trial balance is to ascertain arithmetical accuracy of ledger accounts. As stated earlier, the purpose of preparing the trial balance is to ascertain whether all debits and credits are properly recorded in the ledger or not. So first of all, whether all the debits and credits properly recorded in ledger or not. We are checking it. And not that all accounts have been correctly balanced. As a summary of this ledger, it is a list of accounts and their balances. When the total of all the debit balances and credit balances in the trial balance are equal, it is assumed that the posting and balancing of accounts is arithmetically correct. So when we are comes to know very clearly, we did all those things in perfect form. After entered all the ledger account balances in trial balance, we are checking debit side and credit side. If both the sides shows equal balances, we are assuming yes, all the entries are perfectly recorded in ledger and it is balanced perfectly. So this shows very good information to prepare financial accounting also, isn't it? So trial balance is prepared for the purpose of locating errors and checking accuracy of records. At the same time, it is the base for preparing financial accounting, isn't it? This base for preparing final account. However, the tallying of the trial balance is not a conclusive proof. It is not a conclusive proof. Okay, of the accuracy of the accounts. It only ensures that all debits and corresponding credit have been perfectly recorded in the ledger. It is not a conclusive proof. Just it ensures all the debits and credits in the ledger account is entered perfectly. It only ensures that all the debits and corresponding credits have been perfectly recorded in the ledger. So it ensures that alone. But we cannot come to know immediately all the entries are recorded and it is tallied perfectly. Even it is tallied, so many mistakes they may be leaved inside. Errors of principal, errors of omission, errors of commissions are there. We will study about it later. Some errors may reveal the trial balance, some will not reveal. So about it we will discuss later. And to help in locating errors, second objectives of trial balance is to help in locating errors. When a trial balance does not tally means the total of debit and credit columns are not equal. Look at this. Here they have given the total of debit and credit side. So it is the debit side and credit side total. If it does not tally, some errors are there. Easily we can find out that errors. So if it does not tally, that is the totals of debit and credit column is not equal. we know that at least one error has occurred. At least one error has occurred if it is not tally. So depends upon the amount, and we can come to know where the mistakes have happened. The error or errors may have occurred at one of those stages in the accounting process. Totaling of subsidiary books, posting of journal entries in the ledger, calculating account balances, carrying account balances to the trial balance, and totaling the trial balance columns. So look at this, totaling of subsidiary books. So subsidiary books will be totaled. After we found the debit and credit column is not tallying, directly we will go to check the totaling of subsidiary books. Then posting of journal entries in the ledger, whether we posted the journal entries into the ledger perfectly or not. That is the primary step, isn't it? First ever, the transactions will be journalizing. After journalizing the transaction, whether the transaction is perfectly and correctly posted into the separate account called ledger account or not, whether they are doing perfectly or they are leaving mistake. So this is everything they will find out, and calculating the accounting balances for each and every separate account called ledger account, there whether it shows debit balance or credit balance, and carrying amount balance to the trial balance. From that we are carrying the amount from each and every individual ledger account. We are carrying account whether it may be debit balance or credit balance. So we are carrying from that to trial balance. Then after carrying, after carrying we will record in trial balance. Then after recording we will total all the trial balance columns in debit column and credit column. So debit column, you know that what will be recorded in debit column, all the assets, expenses and receivable item. And in credit column, expenses, liabilities and payable will be recorded. It may be noted that the accounting accuracy is not ensured even if the total of debit and credit balances are equal, because some errors do not affect equality of debits and credits. Some errors do not affect debit and credit balances. So errors of omission, complete omission, and errors of commission. So even we leave mistake, also it will show same balance in debit column and credit column in trial balance. I told you already, bookkeeper may leave some mistakes called errors of commission, errors of omission. What is the errors of commission? If they are recording the correct amount in wrong account, perfectly they have recorded. I told you already, so many errors are there. Errors of commission and errors of omission, and errors of partly commission and errors of partly omission, and principal's errors in principal. So many errors is there. So because of this error, some errors will not leave to equalize the debit and credit balances in trial balance, but many errors like errors of commission, errors of omission and errors of principals and all will not reveal trial balance, so we cannot identify easily. For that we should use some other method called rectification of errors. Third objectives of trial balance is to help in the preparation of financial statement. This trial balance is very much useful. It helps to prepare financial statement. You know what are financial statement? Trading account, profit and loss account and balance sheet. These all are final accounts for financial statement of the company. It will show the financial position of the company. Trial balance is considered as the connecting link between accounting records and the preparation of financial statement. So it is the link between accounting records and preparation of financial statement.